Hi, everybody. It's Friday, the last Friday of February. And February tends to be the most depressing month of the year. It's the shortest month of the year. A lot of people are thinking about taxes. There's no real holiday. Valentine's Day has a lot of pressure on people. And if you're single and alone, it can be a very lonely time of year. And so I know something a little bit about depression. And I thought I would share just a little bit about what I do to fight depression. So a lot of people, we have been gone through 2020 and now part of 2021. It hasn't been good, right? Many people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are way behind on mortgages. Kids weren't able to go into school. Everything's up. Divorce is up. Family troubles are up. Hotlines are up. Everything's not great. And one of the things that you can do, you can just seem to get into a real funk, right? And here's some things that you really can do to try and watch out for the warning signs, because it can sneak up on you. Depression can absolutely sneak up on a person, and you don't realize it's there. You just think you're being lazy, or it's just bad weather outside. It's a miserable day out. And so you're thinking, that you're just making excuses for it, but it builds up and it builds up and it builds up. And sometimes it can build up until a breaking point, and that's where you never want to be. So some of the signs that you can see is, let's take a look at the pandemic right now going on. People are stuck at home. A lot of places you weren't allowed out of your house. A lot of places you're not allowed to go. There's nothing opened. You can't go anywhere. Everyone's ordering things online. You can't go to a bar. You can't go to a restaurant. You can't go to your friend's house. You can't go to a movie theater. And every day that you turn on the news or you turn on the radio, every single day they're saying, this many people died of COVID, or this many people are in hospital, or this many cases, or we're going into the second wave now, everybody, or we're going into the third wave now, everybody. Watch out for the variant. It pounds and it pounds and it pounds on you every day. And it's really easy to just sink during this time when everything in the news is bad. There is no good news out there. It doesn't matter what news station you listen to. Maybe some local news stations will have the odd local news story that's a good news story. But let's face it, 1,000 out of 1,001 news stories out there are them complaining about government, the vaccines, riots, depression, injustices. It makes you feel like the whole world is just going to hell in a handbag, right? And it can do a couple things. It can make you want to try and change things. It can make you so mad that you think that everything out there is crazy and conspiracy and going against you. Everything out there somebody is saying, demanding or something is going against you. And then there's the other that you could just go out and say, what's the use anymore? And that's the scary one. That's the scary one that people can fall into. How many people are you like me that, 7 months into the pandemic, all of a sudden you look down and you've gained 20 pounds? And you find yourself, oh, I work from home now. When was the last time I took a shower? Like, I'm single, I'm living alone, no one's allowed over, no one's gonna see me. Why do I need to shower? Why do I need to get up and shower? And little things like that, right? Oh, I don't need to exercise. I can't go out anyway. What's the use? all those things can just get you into a funk. And I remember this from when I first got diagnosed with cancer. And I hadn't even gone in for surgery yet. I had just been told, yeah, you have a huge tumor in your colon. It's blocking it. We're going to have to go in for emergency surgery very soon. And the next thing you know, I'm sitting at home and I'm going, what the heck is going on? This is horrible, and I'm feeling down, and I don't feel like doing anything, and I'm off work now, so I'm not even getting out and going to work, and that not even getting that change, not even giving that, that everyday feeling of, I do this every day. Everyone complains about their job. No, not too many people love their job. But when you go out every day, you're getting out, you're meeting people, you're doing something. It's a form of a different change in your mind. And take that away from somebody who just found out bad news or is just pounded on and pounded on by bad news all over the world. It can really start to take toll on yourself. And I noticed myself doing that very same thing. Suddenly, wasn't showering when I get up in the morning. Didn't care when I got up during the day. Just started eating bags of chips and popcorn, sitting in front of my TV, feeling sorry for myself. And I really had to shake myself to get me away from that. I started saying, this is crazy. You need to do something or you're going to go nuts. And in my case, I started training a possible new career. I started doing, looking things up on YouTube that I was interested in and wanted to learn how to do, like filming and things like that. I was always interested in that kind of stuff. I would start by researching movies and how they did things, and then I started going into, well, how do I see these guys on YouTube? What do they do? And it took my mind off of my stuff. I was learning stuff. My mind was working. It wasn't thinking about the bad things that are happening in my life. Started doing that. Started shaking myself and forcing myself every day to go for long, long walks with the dog. And little things like that made all the difference in the world. It really did. It gave me a sense of routine. It took my mind out of the gray clouds that just kind of float over you sometimes. And when you feel those gray clouds squeezing in on you and feel like what's the use anymore? This is just a horrible world, or I can't do anything about it. That's the time to start reaching out to your friends. Start trying to change some things, and if it gets to such bad, reach out for some professional help. And you should not be ashamed to reach out for professional help. A lot of people have a lot of pride. I'm a very prideful person. You can ask anyone in my family when I was going through all my cancer treatments and everything like that. I didn't want anyone to go with me or sit with me or do anything. I wanted to do it on my own. But I did reach out to my family for enjoyment and for, comfort and things like that. They were always there for me. And so I didn't get to the point where I was scary depressed. And I do know quite a few people who have been in that situation. One very, very close to me that I hint at sometimes in my videos once in a while, but I've never told the story. One day I will, but it's a very hard story to tell. But I just wanted to bring this out because everybody is down. And like I said, this is the worst month of the year. It seems February is the month that just crushes people. It's still winter time. It's ugly outside. We're still getting snowstorms in Canada, and we'll get rain one day and we think it's going to warm up, and then it's freezing the next day. And, bills are due from Christmas, holidays, and throw that onto what's happening in the world with the pandemic. And a lot of people can just start to feel like this, like the whole world's squeezing them. And if you start to feel that way, please reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. And if they're not available, talk to somebody. Talk to a professional. Call somebody. Don't be embarrassed to do so. Just talking to somebody can all of a sudden change your entire attitude. And if you're absolutely nobody out there or anything, talk to yourself. Tell yourself, is this the best thing for me right now? And if you're honest with yourself, you will tell yourself, no, this is bad. I got to shake myself and I've got to change some things. I got to that point where I had to shake things up. And it happened in the span of a month. I went from being Mr. Positive, Mr. Happy-go-lucky, Mr. Let's have fun, to Mr. Depressed inside of a month. It can happen that fast. Can you only imagine the people out there who have been cut off, who are sitting alone, who aren't allowed to get out of their house, and it's going on a year. I can only imagine what some people are going through. So please, if you know somebody that you suspect could be going through that, reach out to them as a friend, talk to them, give them a call. If you're allowed, if you can, if you feel safe, visit them. It can absolutely make a huge difference. And when I say a huge difference, I mean that person, that one visit, could actually save somebody's life. Because depression is no laughing matter, and we should always be aware of it.